So, hi, I'm Princess Gaia,
And I'm Dr. D.
and today we are talking about corporate social responsibility, in short, CSR. And I would like to know more about it. And I have some crucial questions which I would like to ask. But beforehand, I would like you, Dr. D, to explain me what, in your words, is corporate social responsibility, that our audience understands what we are actually talking about.
So corporate social responsibility has a long history, but it fundamentally looks at Judeo-Christian principles of stewardship and applies them to corporations. In other words, that corporations have some sort of a duty to look after workers, to look after society, to look after the environment. We normally say that CSR is the duty of a corporation to generate wealth or profits in ways that either avoid harm to, protect, or enhance societal, governmental, and environmental assets. And the fundamental idea is that corporations have some sort of a duty that goes beyond the lawful execution of their mission and their vision. Advocates of social responsibility normally justify it with three different arguments. First of all, they say that it's ethical to promote CSR. They say that CSR is practical. It's easy to do it, so why not? And they also say that in some ways, government or society may fail to fulfill this CSR-based mission, so corporations have that duty to step in and fill that role.
Wow, thank you very much for these very profound insights. So now let me ask you another question. So if you imagine yourself, you have a business, and because a business which is not known for corporate social responsibility might have a bad reputation in public nowadays, because everyone wants to have this CSR stamp. You just create some kind of activity to get a CSR stamp as well. So you act from an extrinsic motivation and you sort of manipulate your customers just in order to create more customers, more buyers for your products and goods. So in these means, is corporate social responsibility just only a dress for creating more customers, for manipulating customers? And how can I as customer know that the business I am consuming the goods from is intrinsic motivated? And how can an intrinsic motivated business survive in this still competitive world?
Yeah, so let's talk about both of your questions. First of all, you're right. A lot of CSR initiatives wind up translating into nothing more than checkbook philanthropy. It's a corporation that does bad things or behaves in an inappropriate way and then just donates some money as a way to make up for it. And usually when they're giving these donations, it doesn't even go to the people that need it. I can recall something that happened in the news a couple of years ago, for example, in the city of Detroit, where people were starving to death. A CSR initiative was launched by one of the major automotive companies to have a Philharmonic symphony in the middle of a city where people were starving to death. So they didn't feed them physically, but they thought that what the people needed was nourishment for their soul. Again, so there's sometimes this disconnect between just kind of a charitable giving and what's actually good for society. And that is one of the biggest problems with CSR. The other problem you mentioned as a customer, what do you do? Well, the problem is you're right. You have no way of knowing. You really don't have any way of knowing. Part of the problem is, of course, we don't have, even with the definition of CSR that I just gave, a lot of those terms can be ambiguously interpreted. It's a very vague idea. Think about that. If you ask Adam Smith, the founder of economics, what is the most socially responsible thing to do, he would say that a firm that maximizes its profits and operates efficiently is exercising social responsibility. That makes you think. If you look at the various stakeholders of a corporation, CSR implies that you're being responsible to which stakeholders? Are you being responsible to employees by giving them good wages and good benefits? Is that social responsibility? Are you donating generously to the community? So you're taking care of the community. Is that social responsibility? Are you taking care of the environment with your operations and maybe engaging environmental cleanup? Is that social responsibility? Either way, the problem that you face is that CSR implies trade-offs. If you're good to the environment, then the money that you have given to the environment for an environmental cleanup initiative is therefore not going to be used for employee training. So therefore, you're not responsible to your employees, but you're responsible to the environment. If you take care of your employees, then maybe your shareholders don't get the profits at the end of the year, so then you're not responsible to the owners of the company. So that's kind of the big problem, is that with CSR, you're looking at using company resources to give away money for one cause over another, and therefore somebody else, by definition, misses out.
So thank you for this very honest answer. And now I would like to question you some more. Now that we live in a world in which we mostly care for customers and in which we need a thriving economy and security for all citizens and businesses to create jobs and wealth in order to sell our products and services. Now that we also have these ethical and philanthropic and nature issues to deal with, how can we create a new approach which does not put a thriving economy as well as a legal system on top, above all? You know, I have this vision where economy, legal framework, ethical aspects, human needs, nature needs, Gaia's needs, all count the same. So do you have any idea or anything in mind how this is going to happen?
Mm-hmm. And if I may, I'd also like to invite our viewers to share their opinions on it. We have the comment selection below in this video. Let us know what you think.
Perfect. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, and as always, if you like this, make sure you give a thumbs up. That's like a like. Make sure you subscribe. And questions and comments, we definitely welcome them down below.
Thanks, Duncan, for this wonderful interview. Bye.
Oh, Princess Gaia, I'm the one who thanks you.